Hello everyone and welcome back to another side quest in the beloved KCD2, and today we're going to be going back to the original Etrusky castle. Now you might be saying, why we're going back to the castle we had to kind of have a very bad history with, especially for the fact that good old Henry was imprisoned here and Hans nearly got killed as well. But we do have to find the book for the miller. If you recall, he told us there is a book that contains a very special secret, and that book is going to be in Etrusky Castle. Now this is going to turn, I don't know, like a catch 21 or 22 if you want to call it, because either we're going to go to the castle and get absolutely destroyed and attacked by their soldiers or guards, or we can have a very heart welcoming event. So let's see how that's going to unfold for us with good old Henry. And funny enough, we could now just fast travel in complete comfort, knowing we're fully armored. We got the best gear you could ever wish in the game. And we do have an upgraded horse. Yes, I went back to Gothenburg and taking into account I couldn't get Bubbles back at all. I literally just bought the most expensive horse that has a huge amount of speed and capacity. And here we go. We're riding back to the good old times in a noble, I would say in a noble style, because no one is bothered to even disturb us. You just get off. Wait a minute.
Oh, fucking rain.
Is that how you greet a nobleman? What's wrong with you, soldier? I still remember just carrying all these the stones from one place to another, and Harry complaining about breaking his back. But you know what?
Easy. Good.
These times are completely gone. And it's good to be back in Etrusky region, even if we are, I would say, not accompanied by Hans or anyone who might curse the journey. You know what would have been really cool as well? If Henry at some point within the game, including an expansion pack, he could have in his kind of like own army, an own castle and a house and a wife. That would be absolutely sick in a good way. So let's get back to our journal. We need to check with the scribe for clues about the book. We're going to have to ask around, I guess.
How well things are going.
Good to see you.
Oh, please.
Oh, we got a guard. Well, we're not going to rob him.
That's
Cheers.
what bothers me.
I hope you have an uneventful shift.
You sure ain't easy to please. Aye. I get a bad feeling when nothing.
Maybe we could just speak to the blacksmith first. No. There was a blacksmith here, surely. Oh, good boy, Mark. Good boy.
I've got plenty of bloody work to go around.
See you soon. Safe travels, so everyone should have a good bow on hand.
Which king would that be?
I don't know exactly.
Oh, here they are.
Good day. What'll it be this fine morning?
Yeah, let's have a bit of a conversation. Maybe we'll get something out of him.
How long have you been serving in Etrusky?
Why do you ask?
I don't know much about this place, so I wanted to ask you about a few things.
I'm not much of a talker. You'd be better off having a word with our scribe, Erasim. He's served here since the days of the previous lord.
That's the one we're after. Hold on, we might be able to get some of our stuff sold. Sorry, this is a bit not relevant, but we do have stuff just sat there collecting dust. I'd rather just get rid of. Oh, hey, no. We don't want to break the bank. Yeah, that'll do.
And come again.
We got a bathhouse owner. Well, we don't need a bath now. Maybe we will later on. A bath with a full service. You know what I mean? Since no one is here, if my memory doesn't fail me, the scribe guy, he should be up here somewhere. Because there was certain rooms. When we originally stole the hay fever potion,
Pardon me.
I recall they were upstairs. Maybe here? Oh, no. Can we just not, like, say hi? No? Okay. I'm trying to be very polite. But it looks like no one is giving us shit. And that's a very positive thing, though. Oh, here we go. Here he is. We did murder him. I believe we did murder him. Because when we murdered him, we got keys to the closet somewhere around, and that's how we found the fever potion.
I heard some interesting books from Prague have arrived at the castle. There's one I'd like to borrow. An alchemist's cookbook. A sand-coloured cover, embossed.
Yes, several rare and astonishing books have arrived from Prague. But why are you interested in an alchemist's cookbook, of all things?
Well, that's none of your business, realistically, sir.
I've heard there are some interesting ideas in it. Every alchemist is in dogged pursuit of wisdom, especially those from Prague.
Perhaps you know more about that book than I do. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. Lord Nickvard Libak helped me sort the new books at the time, and the one you're looking for caught his attention. He left with it before I could even discover what it's about. All I remember is the author's initials, B.B. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books, and I appreciate Nickvard's help, but he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now. I'd like to ask him to return it, but he's been avoiding me.
Oh, really? Well, that's a very cool story.
I'll have a talk with Nickvard and find out what the problem is.
You think I haven't tried? But since you've already offered to address this pressing situation, listen to what I've learned. It seems Nickvard lost the book. I've warned him repeatedly not to carry borrowed books around with him, but to leave them in his chamber and read them there. But Nickvard is old and stubborn, and this is how things turn out.
Well, it's still just a book. Paper and leather.
You say that? To a scribe?
I thought there were more precious things. Like a human life.
We could have a long discussion comparing the value of a Takovite peasant's life with, say, a treatise on physics by Hildegard von Bingen. But I digress. As I said, Nickvard is intentionally avoiding me. But I've made headway. I've managed to find 3 people who've spoken to him recently. Bertha the cook, Regina the maid, and Hirsch the hand.
For a nobleman, Nickvard is quite wary of his own kind, speaking only to servants.
I'm surprised that he's ever spoken to anyone but myself. Nickvard is a loner, which is also why I suspect something bad has happened. Now that he's decided to leave his shell, that is. But I'm afraid that's all I've managed to find out. Since Lord von Berkove's arrival, I've been preoccupied with other matters.
I'll help you. I'll ask all 3 and see if they lead me to Nickvard.
Many thanks. If you aren't sure what to do, stop by and we'll discuss what you found out.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get on all right. We've got a very dark history with this castle. I mean, if we've managed to, I don't know, steal a portion without making it, taking into account our chemistry level is 0, we could do anything in Trotsky Castle. So don't worry about us.
God be with you.
Oh, hello, Adela. You're not the person I want to talk to. Oh, gal, Henry. Sorry, my dear.
Doing that.
Sorry, I'm very sorry. We need to speak to the cook.
What was I just thinking about?
Oh, Captain Thomas? Sorry, we need to say hi.
What the fuck are you doing here?
What the hell? Bro, you should be like saying hello, how you been doing? Now you're a nobleman, you know? That's just the most disrespectful greeting ever.
Me? Just having a walk.
Then go and have a walk somewhere else. Christ, by rights, I ought to lock you up in jail again and send for the executioner.
What the fuck is his problem?
Well, that's not very Christian of you.
Yeah.
Have you forgotten that I saved your life?
That was before you threw that Hungarian out of the window of the Crone and robbed Sir Otto's chambers. Listen, of course I'm much obliged to you. If it wasn't for you, I'd be at the pearly gates. But the smartest thing you can do now is to vanish before someone else notices you.
Oh, don't worry about me.
All right, I'll be going then. But I see you people still haven't learned how to treat guests.
For God's sake, go!
Kiss my ass, mate. That's my conclusion to you. Sorry that I know I'm just being rude, but jeez. That was an absolute bumbucklat greeting.
I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Well, I'm waiting for Lord Libac to stop by. I brewed him another phial of medicine, but I don't even know if the last one helped. I told him to stop by for another one soon. I reckon he must be feeling better.
Did he say where he was headed?
I can't say. I promised Lord Libac his secret is safe with me, as well as his phial of medicine.
Oh, come now. Nickvard misplaced an important book somewhere. A sort of alchemist cookbook. I need to find it.
I remember the recipes by heart. And Lord Libac's secret is certainly worth more than any book.
Oh, God. Everyone got a price, baby. Everybody got a price.
If a nobleman's secret is worth so much, how about this? That'll buy you more than one book.
I suppose Lord Libac wouldn't mind. And do you have the exact amount?
Of course.
So many groschen. I promise I'll split it with Lord Libac when I see him, and I'll explain everything.
But now tell me, what's the medicine for?
Well, it's a common potion for a bellyache. Just better tasting. It helps your meals go down easier and come out slower the other end. In that regard, Lord Libac had, well, how to say it? Everything came out much too quickly.
Oh, fuck. This shit was too runny, baby. This shit was too runny.
Nickvard didn't have time to run down the stairs, eh?
It was in the privy down below the Crone. By the training ground, below the guardhouse. I helped him clean his hose and made him the medicine, and I promised that I wouldn't say anything. Lord Libac is quite particular about the impression he makes on the young maids, you know. He didn't want this little episode to put them off. That's why he didn't use the privy near the maids' quarters, though it's closer to his chamber, but to the arena instead, and only when there weren't any soldiers around. But this time, it caught up with him.
Is that all?
What else is there to say? That the entire time he looked as if he'd done the worst thing in the world. It happens to the best of us. And I told him as much then. I'm just surprised he never came back for another file. I must say, he did look as if the fate of the entire castle was suddenly on his shoulders.
I don't know if this is going to do me any good.
Well, you could have found a worse clue.
Thanks anyway.
It's a bit insane. Like, back in the day, they would take these stuff way too seriously. and no offense, we probably, okay, maybe not everyone, but let's just say 99% of people, they've had a digestive issue and they've had accidents, including me. And in the last few years, I've had one accident. My stomach wasn't going down very well. I can't really remember the event, but I had to literally go on a Formula One trip to the toilet. Like, I was even faster than the Formula One car, like the speed of me going to the toilet, because if I didn't, I would have like literally half a second or maybe a second to drop, maybe like drop it like it's hot sort of a thing. Literally, I had like half a second between me sitting on the toilet and going. Like, it was so quick. It was speed of light. And I'm not shy about it. Just saying. Take it with a pinch of salt. Because these things definitely do happen even today. And imagine, we got like standby perfect medications for these kind of stuff nowadays. Where do I need to go next? So I'm just going to have a look at the journal. Oh, there's a lot of maids around. Might have to go to that area and check it out. Maybe the bathhouse owner would know. Because obviously, if he had an accident, he would need to have a bath. But a very secretive bath.
What would you like?
No. No, there isn't an option. That's okay. Just check with the maid.
I apologize.
Because there was someone here, right? No. Oh God. No, we're safe. I think we are safe. Oh, I'm going to be a bit cheeky. I don't care. There you go. I'm not lockpicking anything. Well, maybe we could try. Actually, wait, Henry. Close the door. Because this is meant to be so easy. How embarrassing. And here I am, like, getting all pumped and ready to lockpick, and we can't lockpick at all. Anything here we could take? There's got to be a maid around here. What if one of the noblemen gone, I need a wine now, as a matter of urgency? Right, maybe the maid is going to be in this section. Because this is where the main guest chambers are, or just the main chambers are. There's a dining hall somewhere here. Oh yes, she should be around here surely, or maybe downstairs in the kitchen. No, we're not robbing anything. No. Maybe we are robbing something. Can we? No? Can't seal that shit? Where the maid is gonna be? Surely she will be here or in the kitchen. It's like a bloody maze. What the hell? Oh, we're gonna have to find the main kitchen. I don't want to run into that head of guard, the captain. Otherwise, he'll get way too pissed off. Oh, here. It's not her.
The Lord be with you.
Oh, hello, madam. Can somebody tell me where is the maid? There's got to be a maid around here. God damn it. This is a poor customer experience. I'm telling you, it's an awful customer experience. I'm not feeling it. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I'm getting out. I'm sorry. Goodness me, man.
I said surrender!
I am surrendering.
You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal with your unruliness in the pillory.
Just pay the fine, dude. Yeah, do you know who the hell I am? Do you know who I am?
Utter nonsense, all of this. You're keeping me from an important mission. You'll have to answer to the nobility for this.
I apologize, my lord. I must have made a mistake. Let's just forget about this.
Yes, you absolute bumper. You leave me alone. You crack on, buddy. What's wrong with these people?
Pardon me.
Oh, sorry, I just nudged your bum bum. I'm sorry, cook. I'm so sorry. I can't believe the maid is not here. Like, this is madness. Might have to go for the other person. Because there was a maid and there was someone else we need to talk to. But now I've given up on the maid. Or maybe not. You know what? Let's just fast travel the time and have another browse. Maybe the maid will just show up. Because she can't be in the other cook place. It's just impossible. Oh? Oh, there she is.
Greetings. What do you need?
Do you know where I can find Nickvard? The scribe said you might know.
Erazim is suddenly interested in Nickvard and me. You don't say. But when I need him to read something for me, he never has the time.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I was asking about Nickvard.
Aye, I heard you. Say, can you read?
I can.
In that case, would you mind reading this message I have from Nickvard?
Oh. Yeah, of course.
Show me. Dear Mistress of the Chambers. What is it?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to get messages from someone else. Say, Lord Capon. Never mind. Read on. Though I reckon it interests you more than me.
Persevere. We shall soon escape the dungeon of those two women. Cursed fate, however, has placed an obstacle in my way. The heat of the Lightbringer's potion is working, and I can feel my insides being reborn. But when the last remnants of old age left my body, something else was washed away with them.
How much longer is it?
Not much. My damn clumsiness has sent all of the Lightbringer's secrets into the void, but fear not, I shall get them back. May this be the first task on the road to your liberation. That's it.
Beautiful.
It is a bit of nonsense.
That was complete nonsense. I was embarrassed to read it.
Imagine how I felt having to listen to it.
But what does it mean? Can you explain any of it to me?
Lord Liebach has taken a liking to me. I suggested to him it wasn't proper for a noble to have an affair with a maid. He thought I meant he was too old for me, but then he found what he calls the Lightbringer's Potion Book. He said it would light a flame in him that would burn out all that's old. So I suppose it worked. Hooray!
I know the book he's talking about, but what does he mean, into the void?
Look, can we stop talking about this? I feel a little uncomfortable here talking about some old lovelorn nobleman.
Oh, please help me. Don't do this
I
shit.
need help. You can give it some thought, can't you?
No! And now leave me alone.
What an absolute bitch, no offense. Who's going to be our last clue? Find out what the stable boy knows about Nickvard. Stable boy is going to be outside. Why I keep like mixing this up with a bloody door? Doesn't look like a fucking door anyway. Oh, I still remember. I still remember when we sneaked out of here in the darkness, stealth killing some people and shit.
God bless.
God bless, madam. No, that's the father. No offense, if he's sleeping with maids, he ain't going for a father consultation and confessions and shit.
God bless. God be with you.
A stable boy. It's gotta be where the horses are, innit? Oh, we got someone here?
Lord be with you.
I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Hey, Nick. I mean, Lord Libac. I almost forgot about him. I suppose his task wasn't so pressing, hmm?
What?
What task?
Nick Libac, that is, entrusted me with a big task quite a while back. He's a castle lord. Obviously, I had to obey him. But then I heard what another castle lord was planning, von Berghoff, and I had to obey him even more. He says there's a war on. So here I am, ready to go off to battle.
I need to know more about what Nickvard asked you to do.
No. There are new rules now. You have to prove you're not a spy.
What?
I understand, sure. Just tell me what you want, and let's not delay.
A sword.
Sword? Hmm? What sword?
A long and very good one to help me deal with other spies. If you bring it to me, I'll know you're not an enemy spy who should fear me. Forge one, buy one, or even steal one for me. Maybe from one of the guards at the training ground or down by the gate. During the day, they're not in the towers anyway. Once I get a sword, I'll fill you in on Nickvard's task.
You wanted a sword? So look at what I got for you.
Oh shit, no, this sword is way too fucking expensive to give it to him.
I don't want an invisible...
I'll gladly give you some groschen to buy your own sword.
Only spies pay bribes. Unless you had more groschen than a common spy would have. Then I'd believe you ain't one of them. Do you have that much?
Well, it depends on how much you ask. Oh my god, you've gone mad. 5k! I could buy like the best horse in the game for 5k.
I'm not going to pay you that much.
You want to hang on to your spy earnings. I understand. Well, you won't get another chance.
Listen, Hirsch.
Don't try any word games on me. Persuasion, threats. I know about them spy tricks. Deeds talk louder than words. For example, like bringing me a sword.
I'll think.
Oh, let's just get him a bloody sword. Give you fucking sword, excuse my language. What, you think you're like an MI6 James Bond or something? We might have to buy back the sword we give in to the blacksmith. Because I don't want to really steal one from here. Or we'll end up having a big major issue with the guards. There's like half an army in this castle.
What would you like?
I would like to buy something, buddy. So how much money we have? We have 495. Let me just sell you some stuff beforehand. Can't really sell you anything. I'm gonna get him like, I don't know. It's difficult. He did say something about a long sword. Let's actually see if you just accept this.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
Absolutely bizarre.
Excuse me.
We should have like an option to say, do you know who the hell I am? And he would have gone, oh, I'm so sorry, you're Henry. Oh, I'm going to give you all the answers you want now. Absolute bomber. Where is he at? Come here, you peasant.
About Nickford.
Got that sword yet, spy?
You wanted a sword? So look at what I got for you.
Nah. This is just getting ridiculous. He wants a long sword.
I'll think of a way.
This is just... I'm sorry, this is getting ridiculous. He wants like the actual expensive set of swords. He doesn't want any kind of like chi-chi swords. Swords? No, sword. Sorry, I'm just getting angry now. Should have just like slapped him and woke him up. I'll give you some spy action.
Good day to you.
About Nickford.
Got that sword yet, spy?
Yes, I do.
Sword? So look at what I got for you.
We're going to give him the cheapest one. I did actually got the battle longsword and the common longsword. I wasn't sure if he's going to get extremely fussy about which one we're going to give him.
That's perfect. Lovely. I don't think you're a spy. Can't say for sure, but you seem all right.
What about Nickford then?
Nickvard asked me to do something for him. He must have admired my devotion to Lord von Berghoff.
I bet.
Either way, Nick looked troubled and not very healthy. He wanted me to fetch him something he lost outside the castle, and I told him I would. At least I could check to see if anyone was sneaking around about the castle. But then Nickvard clutched his belly and ran off. So I never found out what he wanted, or from where.
That's all?
Aye. If you run into Nickvard, ask him if he still needs it or whether he found it himself. I'll be going into war soon, so I don't have time for these things, see?
I'll tell him.
Oh, all right, my lord. So now I think we need to go to... What's his name again? To the guy that we were speaking to upstairs. The guy who does the chemistry stuff in the castle. God damn it, I forgot the name. Well, we all know where he actually belongs. No, not the chemistry. The guy who actually looks after the books. Yeah. Well, we're gonna know his name soon. You wait.
Blessings to you.
The scribe. The scribe.
About that lost alchemy book.
Please tell me you found it.
Not yet. But I searched for Nickvard, and I have some clues.
Tell me what you've learnt then.
It looks like Nickvard brewed some sort of potion from the book. He told Regina it would restore his youth, but the potion didn't sit well with him. He must have spent a lot of time on the privy at the training grounds below the Crone. Bertha brewed a digestive potion for him, but it didn't work. When he wasn't shitting or writing notes to servants, he asked Hirsch to bring him something from beyond the castle walls. He lost something there, and then he vanished without a trace.
What do you think about it?
Maybe the book fell from the castle wall.
I have no idea.
Wait
I keep
a
telling
second.
Nickford, don't carry books around. You'll lose them. And what does he do? He loses it. It sounds like it happened in the privy by the guardhouse. At least it fell on something soft. Please look outside the castle under the guardhouse.
Yeah.
And bring the book. And Nickford back to me.
I literally just thought of that. I wanted to tell him I don't know because I didn't want him to know that we're going outside the wall. But I have a big feeling that it's going to be around that area within... I mean, I did put some sort of a flag, so it's going to be here. But I think we're going to have to go outside potentially to find it. Let's just see how we're going to cruise around it. Because we can't realistically jump off the wall. Let's take our horsey. And actually go from the outside.
Good horse.
How the hell I didn't really clock that? Until you're actually saying to him and go, oh, okay. He was... Oh, ouch! Sorry, that was...
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, that was completely my fault. So, how do we even... Oh, God. Does that mean, like... We're going to have to access this area somehow. Maybe we could just go through that building, the chapel.
Easy.
Potentially.
Easy.
If not, we could try this way.
Ka!
Whoa. You must be Nickford, eh?
Oh, shit. I could smell it from here. Here it goes, Henry. Time to be fucking cheap, stealing everything. Ma, get your paws off this shit. What are you doing, Ma? Oh shit, that's a book.
How many more times am I gonna have to poke around in corpses and shit for that damn cradle?
Yeah, I'm not like being harsh, but since we've been doing missions for the Miller, even the first one, it was so, excuse my language, fucking bizarre. We had to even lick the fucking shit around dead crosps and crap. I'm like, geez, that guy doesn't give us a break. I mean, he should be giving us free of charge perfumes at this rate. Just every time we do a mission for him, a side mission, you just go, put some perfume on. But it's okay. It's all good for the side quest, I guess. I mean, now even we got into the wedding and we moved on into the story. But hey, you gotta keep your promise. It's Henry. He has a reputation to protect. Yo, Mr. Miller, come here.
I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
I didn't even...
Yeah, no shit.
You had a treasure like this in your hands and you weren't even curious to have a peek? Well, I suppose it's not for everyone. I'll have a look for myself. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Just don't be a princess.
But the essence of life from the skies didn't bother you, and now you're squeamish.
Oh, refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum, Grind. Ah, of course, it makes sense. I'll study the rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of knowledge awaits us. The grand finale.
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. Sulfur from Hermes Trismegistos. Saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertold? Oh, God damn it, Crazer, what's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you. It's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you'll learn the whole truth. You go ahead. I'm going to get a few things ready here.
All right, then. I hope you keep your word this time.
I hear when you have some sort of a cut scene and you kind of hiding behind something and your kind of like face completely vanishes. It's like, what the hell? They should have fixed something for that. Where's our horsey? I don't think the lair is going to be far away. It's just down here. But this is, I think, very unique when it comes to, I don't know, like the generic element of side quests. It's not, you're not just doing the side quest, you're actually finding out a deeper answer to a certain story. And this is where these side quests kind of, I wouldn't say extremely effective when it comes to the main story, but they have their own little effect on Henry. So like as an example, now we've upskilled our, I think it was thievery and stealth. I know I haven't done these obviously. Oh god, we're going the wrong way. I'm sorry. Because I'm trying to talk a lot. But yeah, I know I haven't done a lot of these side quests. Maybe if we've done them and gained the skills beforehand, potentially things would probably be much more easier in the game. But yeah, I never bothered with them. I just wanted to focus as much as I can on the story. And don't get me wrong, the main events of the story were very eventful. It's not like we had a lot of space to kind of do side quests, especially when you go into a main story and they tell you you can't do anything else apart from the main story. It's like there's no running away. But hey ho, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain because this game is beautiful and it's very sad that we might be ending it sooner or later. Well, I'm going to be honest, we will have to end it. Because as you probably know, AC Shadows, it's on the way. And it could potentially be the last Assassin's Creed ever. Like, if Ubisoft do not do their job, it's going to be like hallelujah for them. Might get a bit of light, just in case. Surely we should be here now. Right. Stay here, horsey.
Up and now.
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Crazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going on.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself. What do you think is going to happen?
Maybe he's going to kill me.
Well, to tell the truth, I'm not expecting anything good. We're in a remote place. One of me, 3 of you. You've got no me anymore. So you'll try to get rid of me like an inconvenient witness.
That'd be too easy. It'd be more torture to listen to another of Crazel's lectures.
Well, maybe
Fucking
I do
hell.
talk about my interests a bit too much. But today will be different. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
Never mind him. Speak.
All right, then. This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot.
Tactics, bro. It's
Everything worked
tactics.
out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistos and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our Magnum Opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Well, this isn't making much sense to me.
The Magnum Opus is a great work of alchemy. The greatest.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Probably some sort of an immortality drug.
You're trying to find a cure for death? An elixir of immortality?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Immortality is the goal of every scholar, at least the spiritual kind. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything. Then my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
So they kicked you out?
I didn't give them the pleasure. I left myself. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
You mean thievery?
Oh, come on. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Only one queen of science. Alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
Keep it short, Crazel. I just want to know what it is you're doing here. I don't need to know your life story.
You're the one always asking questions. But fine. Straight to the point. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
I knew it was something like that. I've seen that kind of thing before.
And you didn't say anything. Well, you're in on it with us now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnig did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Kuttenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We can believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book, because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
That is absolutely crazy. Though back in the day, chemistry, he's quite right. Chemistry was more of a testing ground for many things. And when you actually discover something so powerful, it's like winning the ultimate lottery because you got the perfect combination to do it. And no one else could do it back in the day. Maybe there was obviously other people who would do the black powder, but they were only handfuls. So getting the whole kind of combination together was also like Mission Impossible.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own eyes.
Let's do it then. Bonnie, is everything ready?
Indeed it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
She's a fucking animal. Oh, this is going to be crazy. This is when the humanity just got it to a complete different level of savagery. Bro, you're a bit too close to it, don't you think? Oh, God. This is not going to go down very well. The fucking rat.
Looks like it ain't working.
Oh, that just dropped my heart. I feel bad for the rat, man. Jesus.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
Madness. Absolute pure madness. Opus Magnum. Side quest has completely is done. And we do have some sort of upgrades. I know I haven't gone through the perks for a very long time. As I told you, the whole kind of upgrades is going to be, let's just say, as much random as possible. Oh, Dreaded Warrior. If you use a battle cry during a fight, not only will it give you courage, but it will also put fear into your enemy's veins. Shit. We're going to be doing a lot of battle cries. I say that, but most of the battles are done now. Thievery. It's funny enough now we don't even have to steal shit. Back alley, no. Oh, hold on. Thieves' eyes. So you can tell which stolen items are considered stolen in the location you're currently in. Goodness me, that's going to be very handy. Because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but sometimes when you actually move stuff from any universal chest back to your own inventory, it doesn't classify them as stolen within that location until you move them into the inventory. And that just drove me a bit insane sometimes, because you have to physically move the item, then go and check it in the inventory if it's classified as stolen in that region. Oh, what's going on?
If my ears ever stop ringing!
He can't hear, and he's just scratching his bum. Okay. So that's a very nice view. Let's get out of here.